continuing saga of the slab tray, serving tray. All right, so I'm thinking I would like to put some lugs on here, right? Something on the sides that you can grab onto. Maybe you got a little something going in the oven and you're baking it with it, or you just want to be able to. So I'm just putting these on here. These could just go here. Maybe they could be faces, right? Staring out. Could be just about anything. But I'm going to show you how to make handles, something like this, or like this. Like this.
Thank you.
Little curly Q, little Greek, classical Greek action going on there. Anyways, how do you do that? Well, there's a bunch of ways. One is to simply take a piece of clay, just like we've done in the past, roll out a coil, and you basically make a carrot shape. And I'm going to
Mr. Damp Table. Hello, Mr. Damp Table.
as opposed to what, Carl? Mr.
Dry
Dry and
table.
crusty table? Are you dry and crusty guy? All right, here we go.
So Mark just rolled that out into a giant carrot shape.
Yes.
Tapered coil.
All right, so that's one way to make a
Tapered coil.
tapered coil. I'll say that that's good.
Okay, what you gonna do with
And I'm
that
going to do
tapered
that
coilage?
and make it even narrower on one side, like that, right? Woohoo! Carrot. Same thing again.
You're trying to make these about the same size so you can
Well,
match
if I
them?
want these things to go on both sides,
Right.
like there and there, it doesn't have to be. I mean, they could be dramatically different. You could get, you know, down with your bad
Yes,
postmodern.
Carl, I'm trying to make them about the same size.
You could be postmodern and have Mutt and Jeff, zig and zang, whatever you want. So that would not provide much profundity of depth, Carl. All right, so there we go. That's one way to do it. That's what I'm talking about.
Beep and boop.
All right, that's not looking very interesting at the moment, but whatever. The other way to do it is to pull handles. So we have some pulled handles here, and they haven't been really made into anything else yet either. But
So pulling a handle is a way to stretch the clay out into its kind of tapered shape.
it is, right? Now, rolling out with a coil, that's one way. You can just take simple slabs, right? There's slabs that were rolled out, and we could just take these and bend them, right? And create whatever we wanted out of these guys.
Yeah, this would be good. Around the edges a little bit.
Yeah. And then, you know,
Show
you
us what
could
those might look like on the side of the pot there.
okay. So that could go like that.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
Or it could be, you know, way up,
Right
standing
there.
way up high like that.
Yeah, that could be cool.
Ooh.
Good.
Or you could do something that went all the way over, like a basket,
Right.
something
Yeah.
like that. All right, but here's how you make a handle in the traditional way. You need a little water while we're at the
Just
sink,
stand over here by the sink.
and I'm going to simply pull this down. So this is about like a railroad tie, and it comes up like a nail or something. I got something to hold on to here, and I'm going to pull it down, and I'm just squeezing between my finger and thumb.
So you're thinking like you're really making the clay smooth. You're trying to make it smooth and apply just a little bit of pressure so that it kind of stretches the clay out and pulls the clay longer. And you'd be surprised that if you apply just a little bit too much pressure, it just rips. And this actually takes a fair amount of practice to get pretty good at it.
All right, so there's one.
So just know that if you try to pull handles, you're probably it's gonna take some practice. You're gonna rip up some pieces, but it probably makes the most kind of fluid and plastic, nice looking tapered handles.
What's really nice about pulled handles is that you can roll things out with a slab, and it looks rolled out with a slab, and it's all sort of uniform. You can put them through a machine which squeezes them out, and it also looks a little bit mechanical. Pulled handles are organic. They kind of look like anything that's organic that has, they go from thick to thin, and they show a kind of a process, an
Yeah,
organic
they just look soft and fluid and plastic.
They have profundity of depth.
Mark. I guess we're gonna have to show you guys the profundity of depth video.
Yeah, all right. All right, so there we go. Profundity of depth. All right, yeah. So I'm gonna bring this one up a
There
little
you
bit.
go.
All right, so there we go.
Now you're gonna kind of, try to get them about the same size because you're trying to match them.
If you want them to be the same, that's good. Okay. Now there's a bunch of different types of handles. So I'm gonna come over here, Carl, because you can see better over here. Now, these were pulled, and I'm just gonna make handles that are sort of loop-de-loop. Now I can just take these and just do that to them and just put them on. Woo. Kind of match those bad dogs up a little bit there. And you can see what you might come up with there, right? Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Woo. That's not making me happy. All right.
I guess you didn't slip and score it.
I have not slipped and scored yet. All right, so let's say I wanted this to be flat and kind of have a different kind of texture to it. I'm going to throw it out, and I'm making sure I do this where it's nice and dry. Now I want it to be wider. I'm going to do this. See how it's getting flatter and wider? Okay, so there's that. Same thing. Wider. Wider. I just got to be careful every time I'm throwing it out that I'm sort of making sure I'm doing it okay. And there we go. Showbo biddly bing bong.
Showbo biddly bing bong, folks.
And what? Wait. So there we got yet another variation going on there, right?
Right.
So I would not put these on right away. I would put them outside in a shaded, calm area and leave them for about 20 minutes till they get leather hard, and then I'd bring them in and put them on. So we'll do that. But let me show you how to do this lovely little curly cue. That is by doing this. Can you see over here, Carl? For this one, I'm going to make this go from real thick to thin. Looks like a cartoon hat, like. Okay, about the same. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, so I'm going to get a little bit of water, moisture, put it right there in the middle. Score just a slight bit right there. You might want to come over here, Carl. And I'm going to start that there, and because they're wide, it's going to go to the interior and then out dramatically. That's why it's good that these are wide. Again, this is just one example of a zillion ways you can make lugs or handles for your things, but we'll be showing you a bunch, and you're going to be looking at a bunch of different ways. See, so there's about the same, so I'll cut them kind of the same. And we'll just set them in place. Let's see what these might look like. So we can go like that, right?
Cool. Turn the other
Or-
way. What do it look like the other way?
Yeah. kind of look cool that way too,
Uh-huh.
right?
Cool.
So, or, you know, way up high like that.
Looks
So
like
there's
a
a
bug.
zillion things you can do, and they don't need to be handles at all. Like I said, that can be two hands. You could sculpt two little hands going, hello, pick me up. All right, we're gonna go over and play around with these parts in just a second. We'll
Can-
see you over at the other table.
Can you finish with a little handle dance, please?
The handle what?
Dance?
Handle dance?
Yeah.
The handle dance?